To think it was beneath us all this time. This looks promising. A map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the...
You and your friend Charles spoke of the port key, and of trials you'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the Keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until, perhaps, now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, the trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
It's time you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an... down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you've done that, come and see me.
I've always said that.
If I could
Revelio.
My time was mine. Afraid you're on the same treadmill.
Incendio. Confringo. kids around here can sleep a bit easier now.
I'm long for a bacon and mushroom stew.
I tell you this. I swear.
Over here.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No sense in announcing our arrival.
Bring me a dozen humans to battle. I'll take them all.
Quickly now.
Incendio!
Stay hidden and cast Petrificus Totalis.
Petrificus Totalis.
Well done.
There must be something here. Ramrock said so.
Petrificus Totalis.
There must be something here. Ramrock said so. Ready to fight!
Protego! Stupid one! Protego! Confringo!
Levioso!
Levioso! Revelio. Revelio. Levioso. Incendio. Incendio. Orders. Directly from Ranrock.
These orders indicate that they're after something to do with names. What names? And why here?
I will draw blood. You explain the stench.
Confringo. Stupid.
When are you taking to give up?
Potato.
Not quite. You can't stop us.
Confringo. Super.
Look at us. Was that your bet? Potentially diverse. Pity, not quite. Just try.
Let's get it. Rather unwise coming back this way.
Potato.
Right, drag this out longer than necessary.
I've been fighting since before you were born. Chill spells glance off of me.
Potato.
A missed.
Looks like we found the entrance.
It's locked. An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
Revelio. I wonder who this is.
With robes like that, it could be anyone.
Someone was an avid reader. Can't say I'm familiar with many of these titles. Whoa.
I imagine these brooms have been enchanted for centuries. Never seen an enchantment last this long.
Welcome to San Bakar's Tower.
Incendio. Confringo. Hello, Professor. Did you say San Bakar's Tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that goblins were aware of my commanded to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig can remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about it. For the moment, however.
Yes, sir.
That said, be careful.
I will, sir. A reservoir of ancient magic, downstairs, near the entry. I've seen this before, in Gringotts and the restricted section. Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Impressive. That must have done something. Best have a look around. Revelio. More traces of ancient magic. Something must be different. These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect this time. Confringo! Revelio. Confringo. These look familiar. Accio! Accio! More statues. easy on me. Accio! Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides. Accio! What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different. Accio! I need to see how the room changes when I move in and out of the archway. Accio! So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge. Accio! So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge. So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge. I'll never get used to these floors. Confringo! Protego! Confringo! Confringo! Revelio. Incendio. Accio. Now to see what's changed on each side of this archway. Accio. Things are definitely different on either side of the archway. But how? Accio! What if I stood on one platform and used Accio on the other? That ought to work. What if I stood on one platform and used Accio on the other? That ought to work. Accio! Accio! Levioso! Incendio! What if I stood on one platform and used Accio on the other? That ought to work. Accio! What if I stood on one platform and used Accio on the other? That ought to work. Accio! Confringo! Levioso! Incendio! Accio! What if I stood on one platform and used Accio on the other? That ought to work. Accio! Revelio! Accio! Accio! Levioso! Accio! Accio. Stupefy!